Hello everybody, I'm Stream, and I'm here with another episode of A Dance of Fire and Ice, and let's just get started. Alright, let's get started. $77. Let's see what it gives me. Stager, but this chart I've already done, and no checkpoint clear of, so I guess I'll just move on and do something else. $94. This one. This one's kind of a weird one. But I think after I get past the beginning, the rest of it's actually pretty okay. Oh, we were so close to 8. We were like almost done with like the first 10, but I guess we'll be doing this one. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm fine with this. What is our last one going to be? Let us see, my friends. 14, alright, not too far off from 12, so let's see what we have right after that. Ooh, this one. This was like probably one of the first gimmick charts I've ever played. And it's interesting. I vaguely recall how the rhythm goes, but I will say that this one isn't going to be an easy one. Alright. Now, here we go. There you go. And by the way, I think that is the only section. It's just that beginning section is a difficulty spike, and then the rest of the chart is fine, I think. But the chart is decently long, too. So, yeah. Hopefully I'm correct in my assessment, because I think the rest of the chart is very fine, though. I do like it. I mean, actually, I do like it, playing it. It's just that the beginning is a bit of like a vibe check, honestly. Like, you know, you have to be somewhat decent at the game in order to really get through that. Otherwise, you'll get really messed up by those, that double BGM section at the beginning. It's really rough. And it is a pretty major problem I have with the chart, too. But what can you do about it, right? Old standards were pretty weird back then. Really? I was about to say, does the chart actually end on a straight line? It's like, no way. Okay, this seems like the end of the song, I think. Maybe? I actually have no idea. Never mind, we still got a bit more. Anyway, now you can realize why I ranked this as hard, though, because it's really only that beginning section, then the rest of the chart is like pretty fine. It's really weird rate charts with difficulty spikes, but hopefully I managed to reach the best compromise with that one. No, honestly, I'm surprised I managed to get through that. I thought I got like way more inaccuracies in that fast section. But anyway, let's move on to our next speed trial. I'm gonna do this on double speed because like this one is like not that tough at all. And you'll see why. It's a neat, nice old chart though. Although I don't really remember these mid spins, holy crap. Nice. Ooh, that was a little weird. That was a nice bit of nostalgia right there. Man, I don't know, it's been quite a while since I've played like the first few levels of Rhythm Doctor, but this was definitely a nice nostalgic moment. Anyway, let's move on to the next speed trial. Now this is like probably one of the oldest gimmick charts that I've played. And let me tell you, it does have some really scuffed spots like that. And I have quite a bit of muscle memory on this one because I remember this one being not exactly the fairest, so I kind of memorized how some sections go, but I don't know if I've totally got it down. So I might die a couple of times here, but it's kind of inevitable in a chart like this that's pretty old. Ooh. Surprised to remember that. What the hell? Oh, the song cut out again. Why does that happen? Okay. This is really unfortunate. I'm not sure why this happens. I'm sorry about this. I guess I have to play this without music, so this might be a bit more challenging. Use the hit sounds to guide me. Okay, well, I definitely had to focus a bit because the music wasn't there, so I had to kind of, I don't know why that happens. That bug is so weird. Anyway, you can see why this chart is a little bit scuffed because the transitions in some sections are genuinely just difficult to read. So, yeah, this was like a really old Constellations chart, though, and definitely its age can show in some of the mechanics. Although, back then, I think this was quite revolutionary as, like, gimmicks like that, were really cool, and I think it took a lot of time to really set up, because you didn't have object decos back then, so definitely this took a lot of time to set up, and I can appreciate the ideas in this chart, but definitely they could have been executed a bit more better. But In retrospect, I think back in the day it was really impressive, which is why I got featured in Constellations. The World Revolving, composed by Toby Fox and charted by Zedwards. I noticed this weird jester plushie next to that Christmas tree in my friend's house. It had a name tag, Jevil. I feel like I should have heard this song like multiple times, but like I still don't really know how it goes, honestly. Like I think it's from like Deltarune, I think? I don't know. But like, I don't really pay attention to Deltarune stuff at all, so I don't really have like any sort of attachment to this. But it does sound like a nice song though, so I can appreciate that. Wow, that too early. God. I still make those mistakes every once in a while. Honestly, it's probably just by Itchy Finger from Space Pirates, you know? Especially when it comes to that dual track section, you know? Thinking of adding like an extra tap when there really doesn't need to be one. Oh, okay. Just focus on one track. There you go. Another one, we're still going. But yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you definitely just have to pay attention to the track, because the track can be quite tricky during that. I guess you just have to pay attention to like one and then kind of keep on following along with it. It did get a bit more difficult as it started like rotating the things around, so you had to like almost shift your eyes to another one, so that way, because eventually it gets like really warped and you kind of have to like switch around in order to still get a consistent good view of the track. But yeah, that was neat. I did like the ending, but... Midnight Amaretto, composed by Chameleon, charted by Zedwards. Hey look, it is almost a new year. Let's go and celebrate it with some wine and cocktail this midnight. Tonight is going to be extra shiny, thanks to the full moon. Man, I just feel like we keep on getting some swingy Camellia here. So, you know, this game gets quite spicy, I imagine. But we'll be able to get through it. Ooh, okay. Can get quite intimidating, those double BPM swing sections, but... Nice. All right. I really like that. That was a really groovy experience. All right. So we got some tutorials to get through, so let's just do it. AP-1, Moonlight Ray. Or Way. God. Oh, that's nice. I mean, like, literally, I guess the one thing to learn is that you might have S-bends that lead into either a weaved heart or a triangle. Alright, let's move on. AP-2, Moonlight Stairs. Okay, nice. Just a lot of just a bendy pattern, I guess. AP-3 signal from moon. Ah, I see. So I guess when tiles are indicated like that, that means that you have that pattern like constantly come up over and over. AP-4 dance with moon. Ooh, okay. Definitely needed some tile animations on that one. Holy crap. I just thought that it was just like a Tricilo. I didn't think it was actually like gonna lead back into a U-turn. Gotta watch out for that. That might be a little tricky. AP-5, Moon Rabbit. Ooh, that's some nice swing in there. Alright. AP-6, Final Moonlight. I think we're kind of mixing up everything here, you know? Okay. Alright, let's get started on this chart. Alright. Alright, here's this gimmick section now. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, I'm starting to notice now that whenever you touch a white tile, it actually tells you, like, it basically summons the next set of tiles. Interesting. Okay. Something to keep in mind if another one of those sections appears. Oh, there you go. So you notice the gap between the tiles. That's usually a pause tile. Admittedly, I just got kind of messed up by that last rhythm at the end, because I guess it doesn't tutorialize everything, but that rhythm was a little weird. I think is that I have seen it before. It's just like it's like those octagons into 3-point turns. It's literally the same thing, but it's just on the offbeat, which kind of confused me a little bit. But that was a nice chart. I really liked it. Alright, so we have Off Grid, composed by Sobrum and charted by Hot Duck. So, let us get started. Ooh. Ooh. I will say that this chart does, like its red swirls, doesn't it? Oh, this section is really cool. I really like it. Nice. Oh, that was evil. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, god damn. Did I tap too early? Oh my god. Okay, at least it starts me with a checkpoint, so at least there's that. Okay, there you go. At least I got another checkpoint, so that's nice. Oh my god, why do I keep on messing up on that, dude? I think I might be going a little bit too fast for some reason, and that's throwing me off for some reason. For some reason, I think it's more faster than it actually is. But it's okay. For a second, I thought I was like having deja vu, and this was like the exact same section. Oh my god. Nice. Okay. This song does have some like weird evil sections to it, because it sometimes removes the title and like makes you go super fast and has you go into like a pause title. It feels a bit unbalanced though. The double BPM sections are like extremely a lot more difficult than the freaking bass BPM stuff. Especially when it gets into like those red twirl stuff from like Idgo. Alright, so we have Emptiness, composed by Peak Sonic and charted by Cambium. So let's just get started on this. If you're wondering, I've already played a song with this, or I've already played a chart with this song already, but it was by Strode, which was like incredibly simple, although it had the unique detail of like having like the big tiles from like the like base like first 3 worlds, I think, and 6 and bonus. But anyway, I remember the song being a pretty chill experience, so I don't think anything crazy is really gonna happen at all. Like how it tries to give you a hard time with some weird easing. But it's alright. I'll appreciate the break regardless. will say, this chart does look pretty nice. Definitely a lot more visual flair than I put in my own charts. Since, you know, all I work with is just some really basic VFX and official decodes, and that's kind of it. Definitely a lot more visually dynamic than Strode's version, I'll say that much. And I think the charting's a little bit different, but I can't really exactly say much differences right now. Although, honestly, I guess they're not really that big if I can't really just think them off the top of my head. But yeah, that was a neat little nice chart right there. Alright, so we have Meniola, composed by Zerus and charted by Keki, the Kambu Pig, and Mach. So this one does have multi-taps, and admittedly, I would normally bring out the 4-key viewer, but this was actually a easy chart, and if that's the case, then I'm just going to go with 2 keys. I think I can just simply, you know, do this, and then I'm fine. So yeah, let's just get started. Like, if it stays at a pace like this, I should be fine. Oh shoot, I almost missed that red twirl. Okay. Oh. It's one of those songs where playing the straight line feels weird. Just because of how the strong is structured. Although I will say that the red twirls on the multi-taps look a little weird. I forgot the multi-tap there. Man, I was hoping that I would be able to get through this one on one shot, but whatever. Perhaps I was using the 4 key, I would do this better, but whatever. Nice, there you go. See, that wasn't that bad at all. It's just that me forgetting the multi-taps is what really messed me up on that. But, yeah, I did like it quite a bit. I do like the tile animations, and admittedly, like, the only thing that I honestly have to nitpick is just those red twirls. The red twirls look really weird on the multi-taps. Like, usually, I don't think twirls are supposed... I think they're supposed to be, like, mirrored or rotated or something like that. They don't look right at all. It doesn't matter, though, because if you just look at red, you just automatically assume that you're going in an inside turn, but, you know, I don't know if that's actually going to mess up anybody, because usually you always just associate red twirls with going inside anyway, so probably just ignore it anyway, and you'll probably be fine. Okay, so let's just get right into it. The World Revolving, composed by Toby Fox. I'm just going to put this in advanced because it is 190 BPM, but I don't know. I feel like it's not fast enough to really get into that hard category, because it's like, the rhythms, I mean, there's triangles and stuff, but it's like, they're not constantly approaching, they're pretty spaced apart. And then the last ended section, well, it could have been a lot more difficult if it like happened throughout the whole chart. It only happens at the end when the rhythms are quite consistent, so I think that for that reason it is advanced, but I think it is a bit more difficult than the usual advanced I put in this category. Antipode, composed by Sate. I'm just going to put this in advanced. It's not that it's really like that difficult, if you ask me. I think it's pretty, like, you know, usually for the par when it comes to advanced charts. There is a lot of varied rhythms in it, I will say, but besides that, nothing too crazy at all. And it is a pretty nice chart too. So there's that. I don't think there's any checkpoints though, so that's something to watch out for. Off Grid, composed by Sobrum. This is an insane chart, but this is like kind of a really weird chart because it's like, it kind of has some difficulty balancing issues in my opinion, but there are some really cool sections in it. But let's talk more about its difficulty. I think the double BPM sections are basically insane, and then like the other sections are kind of just like advanced categories. I'm going to put it in insane though, because it does go pretty fast like all the time. Like it does usually intersplice some double BPM lanes in between the more slower sections, so you do have to be constantly on your toes, and those red twirl tapping throughs are going to be quite tricky if you don't have the speed for it. But I mean, this chart does usually like its red twirls when it goes into double BPM, but when you're in the regular BPM, it is pretty solid. I mean, there are some like tricky sections, I guess, because there are sections where like you have tiles, and it's almost like kind of like a maze since the tiles keep on rotating over and over. It's a really cool section. I really do like it, but you always have enough time to really react to it, so I don't think it's that bad. Picasonic Emptiness is a normal. There's not really much I can really say about it. Like, it's just like a basic regular chart. Nothing too crazy, and it's not like you have any crazy VFX or anything like that. It's just really, really simple rhythms throughout the whole thing. And I guess it is somewhat long, and I don't think there's any checkpoints, but it really shouldn't matter if the chart is this simple, so that's why I think I'm pretty fine with putting it in normal. Maniola, composed by Xerus, is a advanced in my eyes, just because of those multi-taps. If the multi-taps weren't there, I'd maybe just put it in normal. But even then, like, the rhythms are a bit more elaborate than a normal, in my opinion, because normals are usually pretty simple and really slow. But this one it's not that fast. I'd say it's probably, like, a bit faster than the usual normal, I think, maybe. And also the rhythms are a little bit elaborate, but I'd still probably put in normal regardless. But it's those multi-taps that make things a little bit more complicated, just because the fact that you have to hit 2 keys on certain tiles is a lot more complicated than just tapping with one tap for every single tile, so you do have to consider that.